Hello, interweb.
Hello.
It's KJ and
Jonathan.
And we're back talking, you know what? Yankee Candle, otherwise known as the Yank Can or
Yankle Candy.
That's right. Now we're not in the cottage today, as you can see. We just both happen to be in the same place at the same time, down here in the Belltown neighborhood of Seattle. So we're just going to catch up. The big exciting thing for today's episode, I'm going to reveal my summer scent. Now, and we've got a couple other things to cover. Now, what Jonathan and I didn't mention on our last two-part video, episode 6, was that at that very moment, I had lit Beautiful Day for the first time. Turns out my March candle lasted far into April. And my April candle, Beautiful Day, I lit because that day was the first day that I had fresh cut flowers from my garden. And so I've been burning Beautiful Day. It's almost done. So summer scent's just on his way. And I find, even though it's a floral scent, I think when there are actual flowers in the room, that it enhances the flower. So, I mean, did you like Beautiful Day?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It was beautiful.
Yeah. So before we get to the summer scent, are you burning anything these days, Jonathan?
Well, I've been working on sage and citrus for a while because I love it, but I find that I go in and out of my house so much that I can't always leave it for the good amount of time it needs without making the cone of doom, as you've mentioned before. Yeah, we don't, where are my hands? We don't want this.
Yeah.
And so I love it, but it's been going slower than I would have hoped because it is kind of a springy scent. I love sage and citrus. I highly recommend you check that out. It's mild, but it's, how would you describe sage and citrus?
So I
mean,
may have mentioned this
story.
before, but I think sage and citrus is the best candle that Yankee Candle makes. That isn't, a holiday theme, because some of those are amazing.
Let me throw in there, when I went to Yankee Candle, I didn't consult Captain Janeway first. And when she said, "What'd you get?" I said, "I got sage and citrus." And she said, "Oh, that's the best candle they make." There was this it was almost like I got a promotion. I think a lot in Star Trek terms.
It's beautiful.
But yeah.
Captain Chakotay. Because I first encountered sage and citrus probably in...
I just realized what you said. That was a really weird voice.
Neelix. Her voice is amazing. I bought a sage and citrus at it was like a pottery barn or some home garden. It was some, store that sells Yankee Candle but isn't a Yankee Candle in Burlington, Vermont in the spring of 2001 or 2. And also it was a special edition that had like Americana folk painted art as the picture, so it wasn't that potpourri picture that's on there.
It's totally ugly.
And I loved it. Like, it is the smell of being in a small college in Vermont, but it's also the smell of all those relationships and tensions and end of college. So when I smell it, I'm like, I just went 10 years back in time, and how do I get back? So unfortunately, even though I think it's the best, it's kind of off limits for me. But I highly encourage it for others.
I do. And so when Sage and Citrus is done, I'm moving in a month. And I've decided that I'm moving July 1st, and so the 4th is just around the corner. And I can't get the man neck smell out of my mind, and I thought, I think I'm just going to have to let freedom ring.
Yeah.
And so...
So do you think you might actually buy it?
I think I actually looked on the website today to see if it was on sale, and it is.
Because you know what else is on sale? Because I looked on the website today. Within certain parameters, all red, white, or blue candles.
So,
Mountain Lake, blue hydrangea.
So I'm probably gonna,
towels.
and it's buy one get one half off, which is a pretty good deal.
We're probably gonna go together.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. Anyway, so that's my burning plan. So you've got Beautiful Day almost done,
and I'm gonna reveal the summer scent. So just wait. But how's your car jar?
Well. So I had Drift Away, as you know, as you saw, which you could put in your tent or your
RV.
Yeah. I loved it, and I loved how my car smelled. But no, notice I'm already speaking in the
Past tense, are you?
And now here's the problem. And actually, it didn't say this on the little bag, but from what I understand, when you buy a car jar, you're supposed to do this thing wherein you cut just the bottom half of the bag, so just a little bit of the jar sticks out. And then once you can't smell it anymore, you cut around that, and so you let out a little more of the candle. And you just keep going until the whole candle has been revealed. Now here's the problem. I do not want to hang a little plastic bag from my mirror. I mean, it just screams white trash.
Yeah, it looks like you're hanging trash.
It looks like you're hanging trash from your car.
And what's the point of making it look like a little Yankee Candle if it's going to be in that plastic
covered by this
contained
ugly plastic thing that tells me that I should be having this in my tent?
Yeah.
Ugh. And so I just cut the whole thing out of the bag, and so it smelled great.
Which is what everyone does.
Everyone does this, because, I mean, unless you want to hang trash from your...
Yeah.
So it smelled great for like 2 weeks, and now it doesn't really smell in my car. Occasionally, if I'm just needing a pick-me-up, I'll actually pull it to my nose, and that'll give me a nice... But I want my whole car to have
But that wasn't always your experience, right? That like...
Well, no, with the... What's the black one? Midsummer's Night.
Uh-huh.
That one is so strong. But again, we don't recommend that one, because it smells like Axe, and no Axe.
Nope.
But that one was strong enough that it would last a while, and I had a minivan. It actually felt like a houseboat. Which is one of the places you could put your car jar. So
maybe we need to come up with some way to still have your car jar be decorative but contain the fragrance.
So that it can last long.
Maybe wrap it in saran wrap. YouTube fans, what do you suggest?
Do comment. Let us know.
What do you do with your car jars? So now's the big moment. So a quick review. I've taken you all. Now we know I didn't quite find a January scent. I used mistletoe, but still kind of seemed too Christmassy. Though I think I might try Mountain Lake. Was that the one?
That was the one?
That surprised me.
I remember your face and went, oh.
Yeah, that could be January. So when we go, I'm going to smell it and see if it's a January smell. February, I want that evening air, enchanted garden. March-ish, early spring, sort of pre-floral bloom spring, drift away. Blooming flowers spring is beautiful day. Summer, okay, because here's the thing, summer, daylight, especially in Seattle, like it's not dark till 10.
At least.
So not that I won't burn candles in daylight, but it's just I tend to wait longer. So this summer candle may last until my fall candle.
Wow.
But here it is. Dune grass.
Woo!
Dune grass, part of the fresh smell. Now, Jonathan smelled this before, but I just would love your first impressions.
Okay. Oh my. Every time.
What do you smell?
What do I smell? It's like, it's not clean, because we know we don't like soap, but there's a freshness to it. See, when I see that picture of dune grass, I think I'm at the beach and I'm smelling seagull feces, and that is not at all what comes out.
It's not beachy.
It's not beachy, which is...
I don't like beachy.
We don't like beach smells. This is like, I mean, you're literally rolling down a field and there's dandelions everywhere. Yeah. And it's breezy, but it's warm. You may or may not be in love, hopefully, but...
Well, yeah, I'll read the description, and sort of that kind of proves why I like it. So, dune grass. Here, do you want to hold it?
I'll hold
Show
it
the
so that we
people.
can hear it. And okay.
A fresh green coastal breeze of bamboo leaf, bergamot, and lemon verbena with a hint of white orchid. So bamboo leaf. Why don't they just make a bamboo leaf candle?
And put it in the shape of a bamboo stalk?
No.
No?
No,
That would be really tacky.
But I love this. It's not beachy. It's warm. Like, it's not a cold, hard, fresh smell. And the citrus is really subtle.
No, you can tell the orchid, though.
Yeah.
There's a sense of... I mean, do orchids smell? They smell, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a smell that tells me I'm leaving the door to the cottage open, even when I sleep.
You're probably walking barefoot.
Yeah.
But not that your feet smell, but you just have this feeling of earth between your toes.
It's just delicious. It's very delicious. So I highly recommend this dune grass. It's fresh. And that may last me through like mid-late August, which is when I start feeling autumnal. So I'm looking forward to that. Any other things we need to update?
I think we're good. I'm getting that freedom ring. You've got dune grass.
I'm gonna check out Mountain Lake as a possible January fragrance.
We want to know how you hang your car jar and what you do to make it smell well.
But yeah, we've gotten all the way through potentially August with my perfect candle for every season. We'll see you next time, interweb.
Goodbye.
Thanks for joining me, Jonathan.